Now, the second topic of today's video is going to be NBA free agency. I have 5 teams listed on here, and as of right now, it's 1 o'clock p.m. on July 1st. Happy July, by the way. There have been a lot of moves going on. Not a lot, but like a good amount. Free agency literally started like 19 hours ago, 6 o'clock p.m. on June 30th. Happy birthday, Dad, by the way. NBA free agency has been kind of the biggest move that we saw before even the free agency opened, which I honestly don't know how that's legal. How do you like start signing somebody before the thing? I don't know if that's like against the rules, but Mikal Bridges to the Knicks. They got the Nova Knicks full, and then Isaiah Hartenstein just left for the Thunder. Just two deals right there. Mikal Bridges is going to make them the third or fourth best team in the league, it seems like, according to the odds. Probably 2 or 3 in the East with one of the moves we'll talk about later. I honestly really like it. It gives Jalen Brunson a solid second star, or third star, even if you look at Julius Randle as that type of role, or even OG Anunoby. They kind of have that Boston Celtics build where it's like, who's their second best player? Okay, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, I guess, are 1 and 2. All the guys can go for 20 or 25 on any given night, and that's OG Anunoby, that's Julius Randle, that's Mikal Bridges, and that's, of course, Jalen Brunson. I really like the move for the Knicks because they're going all in on chemistry, all in on the Villanova team that won the national championship 5-6 years back, and I think that's an awesome story. It's going to be great to follow the Knicks, and honestly, I find myself rooting for the Knicks. If it wasn't for you annoying fans that would always chirp about how great your team is, even though you haven't made it past the second round in quite a while. Congrats on the Knicks on getting someone. Still waiting for the Cavs to get someone, even though Isaac Okoro is a free agent right now. Don't see the Cavs making moves. Honestly, I'm not putting them in a contenders list of any kind. The next move, this was the biggest move, is where Paul George is going to go. He signed a big deal with the 76ers, giving him a max contract. Honestly, I have no clue what the Clippers are doing, signing Kawhi to that big deal, signing Russell Westbrook back again. For Russell Westbrook, it's like, I guess you don't want to win a championship because you're just running it back with a team that can't win. But still, love Russell Westbrook and all. I don't think that they're contending with James Harden now signing there too. Paul George to the Sixers makes them what I believe to be the second best team in the East. Finally, this is, a 4 or 5 year deal? This is going to get them over the hump of never making it past the second round. Paul George can stay a little bit more healthy than Embiid. Maxey's an up-and-coming star where he's only 23, 24 years old. Now he's making a good amount of money too. All 3 of these guys are under contract for a few more years. I think maybe Joel Embiid's ends next year, actually. And then Tobias Harris finally goes away. Tobias Harris robs the NBA of money. I think he just signed with the Pistons for $30 million or something like that. Paul George is the 76ers, second best team in the East behind Boston, I believe. Joel Embiid, good for you. I root for you. It's great to see that he got another star on the team that hopefully can help Joel stay a little bit more healthy, rely a little bit less on Joel. And if Joel returns to that 32 point per game guy that he was the last couple of years, then they're poised to make a nice run in the East. Third, this is a big one. Chris Paul to the Spurs. I wanted to see Victor get a guard, and he got it. One that's just going to dish the ball to him, a pass-first point guard. Everyone was talking about Trae Young, but Trae Young don't really be dishing like that. I mean, I know he averages more assists as of right now, but Chris Paul is the point god. He won't take up as many scoring opportunities as maybe the likes of Trae Young would have done. Love that for the Spurs. If Chris Paul can just come in and average like 14 and 8, being 39 years old, I think that'll be phenomenal. Just like Wemby puts his arm up, Chris Paul right there. Like Chris Paul on the team, not expecting a lot of defensive effort out of him. Still the king of the mid-range. Still lights out passing ability. Watched a little bit of Warriors basketball. Not a lot of Chris Paul basketball last year. So good for the Spurs to get that veteran presence around Victor. Chris Paul's going to be no trouble at all. Back in Texas, where he played with Houston before, kind of feels like a nice fit for Chris Paul and a nice fit for the Spurs. Now, the Magic made a move signing Kentavious Caldwell-Pope away from the Nuggets for, 3 years, $66 million. It's like $22 million a year, which I think is a lot for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Wanted to see the Lakers get him. Don't really think this makes the Magic. It's not really a needle mover to me. Taking another piece away from Denver. They lost Bruce Brown last year. We saw how that affected them. They lose KCP this year. We'll see how that affects them. Still think they'll be fine. The last team I want to talk about is the Los Angeles Lakers. I root for them because I root for LeBron. You can see Ohio State, Cleveland, everything. Oh, I have a Cavs pillow too. Hold on. NBA champs, even though it's not even like, it's kind of Cavs colors, but you get the point. Big LeBron fan here. The thing that I think I would do if I was the Lakers, which I have no idea if this is even possible because I didn't do any salary cap research, is now that LeBron opted out, he can now sign a deal for more, but he can also sign a deal for less. I want to see LeBron take an $11 million pay cut instead of signing that $51 million, go down to 40, because then that gives the team more options to maybe sign a Klay Thompson. And I know that I don't think Klay Thompson makes him a contender as well. I think they need better guard play, because at the end of the day, if LeBron and AD are your 1 and your 2, or AD and LeBron, however you want to say it, they need more consistent guard play when LeBron goes to the bench. And I feel like D'Lo is too inconsistent at times. So now that D'Lo opted in, they can sign and trade him to, I'm going to say, the Atlanta Hawks to get, as well as some pieces. Maybe it's a Rui Hachimura or an Austin Reeves if you're going to get Klay Thompson, or both, and some draft picks. Who knows what the Hawks would want. Either way, you keep LeBron, you keep AD, you get Trae Young, and then you also have Klay Thompson. That core 4 right there, as well as a 5th. You have Taurean Prince still there. You still have Jared Vanderbilt there. Lakers have a lot of play here in the next couple days on what they can do. And I'm really excited to see if they can make a move for Klay Thompson or maybe somebody else that just makes the team better, because Max Christie at $8 million a year is not going to cut it for making them a championship contender. And at the end of the day, it's the same thing with LeBron, Steph, KD. You want to be contending every single year because you don't know how many years you have left. With that being said, that's about it going on in free agency. I know I missed a couple moves, like DeJounte Murray going to the Pelicans. Those are what I think to be the real needle-threading, needle-moving moves here in the NBA. Let me know what your favorite move was from NBA free agency down below, as it's still only the first day of it for me, so when you're saying this, it might have already passed. Still, let me know what your favorite move was. Hopefully the Lakers got someone, and most importantly, make sure you have a great day. Peace.